Hey everyone, today we're going to be discussing Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire because it is day 4 of Potter Week. I apologise for the glasses and wet hair. I never really made much of effort with my appearance in the first place, but I think this is an all-time low. Ugh. Right, so Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I have 2 editions of this book because I'm totally awesome. I have the Bloomsbury New Children's Editions, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which have awesomeness on the back. Look at that! Oh my gosh. That's in paperback, that's awesome. Then I have the old Bloomsbury hardback, which is incredibly beaten up. This is like my sister's edition from when she was 9. Really, really beat up and it's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. So the first thing about Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire is that it was the first Harry Potter book that I was ever exposed to. My big sister got it on audiobook from the library and she went out one afternoon and I was like, meh. So I snuck into her bedroom, got her CD player, and at this point, you know, I was like, I must have been about 4, and the wonderment began, and that is the moment I became a Potterhead, when I pushed that button. Stephen Fry. Thank you, Steve. So this is the one I heard first, and I listened. That afternoon was spent listening, sitting next to the CD player, and just listening, and it was an amazing moment, and I'm never gonna forget it. So good. And so yeah, it was the first Harry Potter book that I ever listened to or read or anything, and I didn't learn to read for another 4 years. But over that 4 years, I collected all the audio books of Harry Potter and listened to them again and again and again, and now I can read them, and yeah, it's just a happy story. And one thing of Harry Potter that I find is that everyone has a different Harry Potter story. You know, most of them are kind of similar. You know, I was 4 years old and I read the first book with my mother, stuff like that. Most of them are like, enough nostalgia, let's get right down to it. Is fairly large. It's quite chunky for a Harry Potter book, you know. So far we've mainly been seeing this kind of length, but now we've got some quite stonker and it's really, really good. Harry is 14, go for 14-year-old. Everything's kicking off and yeah. I love the Quidditch World Cup so much. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. The imagination that's gone into that. Ugh. Quidditch World Cup, Triwizard Tournament, spoilers, there will be spoilers, spoilers. Triwizard Tournament and Victor Crumb. I mean, I ship him and Hermione, but I really don't, if that makes sense. Sometimes I'm like, but I'm like, Hermione for the win, because Hermione does prevail. You know, Hermione and Crumb was a fling. But yeah, I like to think they had good times and stuff, and it was good for Hermione to, you know, feel appreciated and feel beautiful so much, and flirt and oh my god, Bill and Fleur, like they meet and it's like whoa, and just like whoa, and it's like wow. And yeah, and then so Triwizard Tournament's kicking off. I love the mermaids in the second task. I think it's amazing, and I just love. And then the third task, going through the maze, just like, oh my gosh, Cedric! Oh my god, Cedric! I mean, he was that pretty boy. You know, every school has a pretty boy. That boy, everyone's like, oh, and like all the boys are like, I will try and be him, and yeah. And that's Cedric. And Cedric, but he was good at heart. He was really, really nice, and oh my god, he didn't deserve to die. And then we have, of course, the resurrection of he who must not be named. Oh, the graveyard scene. Wow, that blew me away. So it finishes off with Dumbledore's like, Voldemort is back. And yeah, oh my god. At the end of it, it's just like a massive feeling of there's gonna be a fight, and we're going to fight that fight, and it's gonna be fightish, and it's really good. It's like for Dumbledore and for Aslan.
So I see you tomorrow for Order of the Phoenix. Goodbye.